What goes on in this house stays in this house. When people say that, it's normally to be secretive. Hey, it's Everything Others. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, hey, uplifters. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe. I'm going to be dropping videos more often. I have a schedule in mind, but I'm not going to say it out loud. And if you guys want to see how I got this makeup look, go to Nay's Own World. It will be posted soon. Maybe tomorrow, most likely, because I'm trying to get this video out today. But let's talk about family secrets. Have someone ever said this to you, or you have heard this saying, what goes on in this house stays in this house? That is so, like, I want to say toxic, but at the same time, it is toxic. Let's be real. When people say that, it's normally to be secretive, to not shed light on the abuse most of the time that goes on in homes. We always want to be for family. We always want to be like, family over everything. Blood is thicker than water. But at the end of the day, sometimes our family can be the ones that hurt us the most. And I spoke about this in a previous video, but of course, that was like years ago. So why not refresh? Why not talk about it again? Because this is still going on until this day. People still keep secrets. People still hold on to trauma. People are still unhealed from the things that have happened in their households. So why not shed light again about it? This is what my channel is about. It's about bringing awareness. It's about uncomfortable topics to open eyes and to bring awareness. When secrets are kept, that's when the trust goes away, in my opinion. If I have to keep a secret that is harming me, that is hurting me, that means that you're more worried about the image of the family than the child that's being abused or whomever is being abused. Abuse looks different for everyone. Of course, there's sexual abuse, there is mental abuse, there's physical, emotional, spiritual. It's a lot of abuse that can go on in households and that do go on households, and it goes unnoticed sometimes because people don't want to be the one to expose their loved ones. And let's be real, I get it, but at the same time, if it is hurting you and hindering you from being your best self, it is a problem. And sometimes you have to expose the people that you love the most. By keeping secrets, it allows the abuser to continue the abuse. You're protecting the abuser from getting in trouble and allowing the victim of the abuse to be victimized and traumatized even more, which is never okay. When you're in a two-parent household and you have your mother and you have your father or a step-parent, and they are being abusive to everyone, like they're being abusive to the mother. In some cases it could be the father. Abuse, no one is exempt from abuse or being an abuser. So I just want to throw that out there. And for instance, I'm going to use this because it's more talked about. If a mother is being abused by the father and the kids are also being abused, what goes on in this house stays in this house. Nobody talks about it. No one wants to get their father in trouble and be put away for telling on them when at the end of the day they deserve it. In some cases, when the father is abusive to the mother, the father also can be abusive to the kids. And that looks different in every household, to the point of sexual abuse. And the mother knows, but the mother is afraid to do anything because of being retaliated against, being hurt even more. And of course, there's always threats of unaliving and all that stuff that plays a factor. We have to break the chains of protecting abusers when they don't need the protecting. They're the ones victimizing and traumatizing people, and they get away with it because everyone wants to protect them. Some houses are not a safe place for people. They're not a safe place. People cannot, if you can't trust the ones that are closest to you, who can you really trust? And sometimes we have to find someone that you can trust. You have to find someone that you can trust to actually help you and to guide you in the right direction. And unfortunately, that's a lot of times not our loved ones, especially when it comes down to abuse that's in the family. There's generations of hurt and pain and unhealed trauma because of what goes on in this house stays in this house. We are conditioned to believe that our family is everything. But at the end of the day, when you're being abused by your family, you mean nothing to them, because they wouldn't abuse you if you meant something to them. Let's be real. A lot of times, people in the family that actually speak out about their trauma, they are discouraged from sharing their stories, from reporting their trauma, because there are others in the family that has also been abused by the same abuser. And they love to say, I was abused by such and such, but look at me, I'm fine. And the whole time they're not. They deal with their trauma differently. The people that have been hurt by the same person for generations and generations, and everyone has kept a secret and has kept it on a hush-hush because they want to protect the abuser and they don't want to make anyone mad, it's doing more harm than good. And I say that because if it was stopped in the first place, that means the other people that were victimized and traumatized by the same person wouldn't have happened to them. And by saying that, it's making the trauma okay. And it's never okay to be abused by anyone, especially family. So what goes on in this house does not stay in this house. If it is hurting you and hindering you from flourishing and helping you from being your best self, then it's okay to get away if you can. Of course, children a lot of times are afraid to speak up. They're threatened with, you're going to go in a home and I'll never see you again if you tell. It's a lot of threats and a lot of scare tactics to keep kids quiet from abuse. So if someone is asking you, if this is for the young people or anyone actually, because sometimes we don't see it. We don't see what someone is doing at the time because we're looking at it from a blinded view. So if someone is telling you to keep a secret and they're threatening you, I know that it can be hard to do, especially if it's family, but find your voice. It's never okay to be abused by anyone. Like I said, what goes on in this house does not stay in this house. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.